Hi folks, Ron Barlow here. I was just thinking over the past couple of days, if I took a survey and asked people if they would like to have an online business that ran on autopilot, I'm sure I would get a majority of people saying yes to that question. Now, another thing I've often thought about is that fortune only knocks once. But it does knock once at everyone's door. Myself, I believe that the Empower Network system is that. Uh, what I'd like to do is help people set themselves up financially, whether with a strong part-time income, if that's what they desire, or if they have a burning desire to desperately get away from the employment that they have. I'd like to help them with that too. Now, I remember the Amway business, and I remember so many stories of people that were telling us from the stage how it felt when they achieved that end of not having to go to work anymore. I remember the one story about a man, I just know his name was Jim, and he had his own big transport truck, and it was up in the north of the United States, and it was hard, long winters, and all he could get to do with the truck in the winter was make a haul of logs. He had to drive about 40 miles out up into the forest, and then he had to actually knock down and cut down the trees and separate them out into logs and put them on his truck, no matter what the weather was. And I remember one time he just fell on his back when he was struggling with that task, and he looked up at the Lord in the sky, and he said, "Lord, there must be something better than this for me." And then I recall the wonderful, wonderful thing that he did. Because he was a trucker, and all the truckers had CB radios. They used to call him, I don't know what names they'd call him, because they were jealous, envious. He was always talking about getting out of that work and retiring. And what he did on the day of his retirement is he went to work that day, and he noticed that all his people that helped him distribute the products that he was selling, they all got his truck and they put crepe paper and white and red, white and blue streamers over there, and there was a big horseshoe shaped wreath type of affair with flowers and that said "Freedom." He took that truck and he went into the shop, into the warehouse, and he drove it right down past all the guys in the warehouse, and he drove it past all the production workers, and he held it over his head and he said, "Freedom! Freedom! Freedom!" Now that was something to think about. I hope to have stories like that I have helped create. That's all for now. I'll talk to you another time.